Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today we're going to look at how you can catch any Pokemon you like, provided it's nearby, using the awesome tool known as PokeVision. Now, you can't get anyone because the legendaries aren't in yet, and you can't get Mew or Mewtwo, I don't think, but it's what I use to catch my first Gengar at like 4 o'clock in the morning. But if there's any Pokemon nearby, I know a way to find exactly where it is.
Right, so here it is, PokeVision.com. It's a great tool, and it always takes you to Santa Monica Beach. And oh man, have I never been more jealous of the sand and the sun. Look at this. There's a Pinsir already at Santa Monica, and in 12 minutes he's gone. There's Geodudes here. Oh my god, a Ponyta. Anything else sick down here? Let's take a look. Oh, an Arbok. Pretty cool. Out in the middle of the ocean as well. Oh, this is weird. Do you reckon... Who's going to actually swim out there to catch these things? Well, I guess some people might do that. But this is pretty amazing. It means that we can actually see the specific locations of every single Pokemon, but way more important, we can see how long they're sticking around for. Some of these guys are only going to be here for about 1:30. Some of these Pokemon are going to be here for another 12 minutes or so. Right, well, that's interesting. Let's try somewhere else, though. Let's go take a look at what is happening in New York. New York. What kind of Pokemon do you find in the Big Apple? Does anybody know where Central Park is? Okay, that looks like Central Park. Oh my god! Central Park is the place to catch Pokemon, but look at this, how many Doduos are there around here? 1,000,001 Pinsirs. Oh my god, a Charmander spot. This place, Theodore Roosevelt Park Natural History Museum, is the place to be to catch Charmanders. Wow, 4 within like 100 meters. That's crazy! Well, okay, now you've seen how it works, let's put it into action. Let's head over to where I am right now, see if we can catch ourselves some of the local Pokemon, see if there's anything big in the area. Right, so Cabot Circus is close enough to me. There's not much on the radar here. Oh, there is a Rhyhorn. I need those, but he's quite far away. As you can see as well, there is a great Pikachu spot at Castle Park. Fantastic. Don't see any super cool, super rare Pokemon. Oh man, there's definitely not as many cool Pokemon in Bristol as there are in Central Park or New York. But it's a lot better than one of those terrible suburban areas where there's nothing, not even Pokestops. Well, this is pretty close to me right here. There's apparently a Krabby just over here, and I've got 11 minutes, 50 seconds to go get him. So I'm going to grab my camera, grab my phone, and let's go grab this guy.
Alright guys, I've had to come to the back of nowhere, but it looks like we actually found him. So, like I said, the website works. That's pretty cool. Let's grab the Krabby. Oh man, no one wants to see this trash when they're catching Pokemons. He's high CP, so let's pop a Raspberry. Nice. Right, there you go. Proof of concept. We set out to catch a Krabby, and we got him. Excellent. And it works for any single Pokemon. Now, it was just a Krabby in this instance, but if you catch like a Charizard on your radar, and you can't find him, hit up the map, PokeVision.com, and you'll be able to find it. It's pretty good news. Like I said, it was 4 a.m. the other day, and I was in bed. I saw a Gengar appear on my radar. I was like, oh my god, Gengar is like my dream Pokemon. So, alright, let's do it. Fired up PokeVision.com, and yeah, over the road in my pajamas, 4 a.m., just swiping Pokeballs at like a Gengar in the middle of the field. But we got him. Anyway, check it out. Welcome back to the Pokemon Go video series. That is a really stupid way of saying Pokemon Go video series. What even is this series? It's just vlogs about Pokemon Go, right? Maybe? Pokemon Go? 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 Over the weekend, it was San Diego Comic-Con, and Niantic were there with some top information. Firstly, the faction leaders revealed: Candela, Blanche, and Spark for Valor, Mystic, and Instinct. Oh man, they look amazing. A lot of people were really curious about what the gym leaders looked like, or what the faction leaders look like. I suppose they're not really gym leaders because they don't own gyms. In fact, what do they own? Not much, really. A silhouette? Not anymore. Great fashion sense though, oh my god. Candela's clothes, on point. So now the faction leaders are revealed. What does that mean? Well, Niantic have promised that they're going to be present in the game much more. They're going to be, used a lot more. What that means, nobody knows. It's pretty nebulous. But stay tuned because we're going to be hearing a lot more from them, apparently. Another thing over the weekend that they confirmed at Comic-Con was the fact that naming your Eevee, one of 3 names, I think it's either Pyro, Rainer, or something else. They're being displayed on the video right now, I'm pretty sure, somewhere around here. But yeah, if you name your Eevee the right evolution name, it will evolve into the right evolution. It's a bit of an Easter egg, but it's a way to game the game and make sure you get the Eevee that you want. And that's really important because Vaporeon is widely regarded as the best Pokemon for taking and holding gyms. So if you've got an Eevee and you want the best Pokemon, name it Rainer and get yourself a Vaporeon. So not only is the Eevee Easter egg in the game, Niantic have also said there's a whole bunch of other Easter eggs that have not been discovered yet, which is pretty crazy because people have been downloading the code, doing all sorts of crazy things with it. And if there's things that people still haven't discovered, that's amazing. I can't wait to see what those are, but I have no idea what they could be. Maybe there's a way to catch a Ditto or a Mew or a Mewtwo already in the game. We just don't know how to do it yet. So 2 things they've confirmed that they're working on are trading. Finally, you can trade those rare Pokemon that you want, or like your friends want like a Gengar, so you can give them a Gengar and trade it for like a Charizard, because I'd love a Charizard. But yeah, they've confirmed they're working on trading. It's going to be in the game at some point, but they're working on stability issues around it and just getting it kind of wrapped up. Also, another thing that they said they're working on, and this is the most exciting thing, is newer generations. We're not going to be confined or bound by the original 151 Pokemon, the original 151 Pokemon. And that's super cool. It means that we'll actually be able to get like more Pokemon. I mean, I know some of you guys must have been playing it like the weekend, like for weeks, double 2 weeks. It's been out 3 weeks now. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I know some of you guys have been playing it a lot, and no doubt some of you have probably caught almost everything that you can in your nearby area. So when they add new generations, it's going to be super exciting to be able to catch newer things that are kind of like cool. Also, the 3-step bug. And what's the 3-step bug? Well, the 3-step bug is, you know, the bottom right radar thing. It always shows all Pokemon at the moment are 3 steps away. It's a nightmare, and it means that you can't really track down specific Pokemon that are in that bar because it's broken. Luckily, the Pokevision.com map helps you out with that. So often what I do is I check the radar, I see, oh, there's a Gengar. He's 3 steps away. Could be anywhere. But with the Pokevision.com map, I can work out exactly where he is, go to the spot and tame that sucker. Also, another thing, people have data mined the game. Data mining is where they take the game, they rip apart the code, and they use like the code to work out what's in the game. But anyway, they've looked at the game and they know the max potential levels of all of the Pokemon. And what this lets you do is work out power levels, roughly, for who's the best Pokemon. So popular opinion is Dragonite is the best Pokemon. It gets the highest potential level. Well, no, there's only one better than Dragonite, and that is Mewtwo. Can't catch a Mewtwo, so Dragonite is the best Pokemon right now. But that's just at the original 151. So when they add more Pokemon, there'll be a better one? Maybe. Who knows? Also, now isn't fact, it's not data mined, but somebody has put together a tier list of the best Pokemon for taking and holding gyms, just the most powerful fighting Pokemon. Top of that list are Snorlax, Vaporeon, and Dragonite. Really high CPs, so that's not surprising. But also I think it's to do with speed of attack and also just flexibility. A lot of people have said that in Generation 1, the first game, water Pokemon were stronger than any other type of Pokemon just because of resistances and what things were weak to. I think in later kind of games it evolved that dragons became even more powerful, and then fairies and steel Pokemon, but definitely the original 151 water Pokemon were super amazing. So it's not surprising that Vaporeon is right up there. Also, Slowbro, bit of an underdog I would have thought, but he's actually one of the top Pokemon to take gyms with. Lapras, also a very good Pokemon, and Blastoise. Sure. But that's it from me, so I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you want to see more stuff about Pokemon Go, let me know in the comments section, or it's better to tweet me, I think, with any ideas for potential content. If you want to see me go out into the woods and catch some Pokemon in the woods, although there's not many Pokemon in the woods. I mean, like, I go to like the park in the city, and there's Pokemon everywhere. But if you go out into the middle of nowhere, into the woods, where honestly there'd be way more Pokemon, because Pokemon don't live in trash cans. Pokemon don't live on the street. Most of them live in bushes, in the trees, and like you go out into the forest, and there's no Pokemon there, it's barren. All you find are pigeons and rats. But yeah, no, if you want to see me catch them in some exotic locations, sure, I'll do that. Coming up pretty soon as well, I've got to go to Vancouver to see the new Dawn of War game, which is pretty exciting. But also while I'm there, I'm going to see if I can catch some Pokemon, because I know there's some Pokemon specific to regions as well. So there you go, as I said, let me know, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for some more Pokemon Go action. Remember, Team Valor for life, forget Mystic, forget Instinct, Red or Dead, baby. And I'll see you next time. Take care.